Hello, Davison. Superintendent Kevin Brown with another virtual edition of Brown's Blog. Today is May 21st, Thursday, May 21st, and this is the last day for our seniors. I want to start today's blog with a huge shout out and a congratulations to all of our seniors. Obviously, the year did not end the way we wanted it to. And these young adults have missed out on a lot of traditional things that are kind of rites of passage, and our heart aches for these kids and the fact that they haven't been able to experience those things. But they're strong, they're Davison made, they will be okay. And we're just very, very happy for them and want to offer them a huge congratulations. Along those lines, earlier this week, we did send out a survey to both our parents of seniors and our seniors themselves to kind of get their take on graduation and what they would like to see. And we had a couple of options. One of the things that had been suggested was a virtual graduation at a local drive-in theater, the US 23 Drive-In Theater, which I know some schools are taking advantage of that venue, and they're hosting virtual graduations. And we wanted to know if our parents and our students were interested in that, or if they would prefer us wait in hopes that we're going to be able to have a more traditional graduation ceremony at some point in the future. Well, at this point, the results are pretty clear. 60% of our parents and 72% of our seniors have said they would rather not do the drive-in, and they would rather wait and perhaps do an open air commencement at Cardinal Stadium in hopes that we can have a more traditional ceremony. So that's the direction we're going to take. We want to be open and listen to the desires, the wants of our community and our students. So we are not going to schedule a virtual graduation at the US 23 Drive-In, and instead we are going to choose to wait in hopes of having a graduation ceremony, possibly at Cardinal Stadium at a later date. I know that as of right now, we still have June 29th and July 13th on the docket as possible days for those ceremonies, and we're going to continue to look at those dates as possibilities, but we're also going to look further down the road too, in case those dates won't work, and consider something in August. We have had some feedback about waiting until August because a lot of our parents and some students have expressed concern that they're going away to college, they've got other things going on, and so they're a little bit hesitant about waiting too long to try to do something. And so what we may do is we may actually send out another survey next week after the holiday to try to gauge where people are at. If we are going to hold a more traditional ceremony, it may have to have restricted attendance. We may have to structure a little bit differently than we normally would because of the restrictions on people gathering. But we may send something out after the holiday next week to try to zero in on the timing of something like that and when it would be best to hold such a ceremony. So the results are in. We're going to wait and see. Hopefully things are going to continue to open up and we're going to get back to normal. Speaking of that, I also wanted to talk a little bit about returning to school in the fall, because right now you're starting to see a lot of reports in the news about districts that are doing this or doing that. And I know that some of our parents are a little nervous or anxious about what school looks like in the fall. I have been hesitant to jump in and try to determine what that looks like. I mean, we're still a couple months away, and although Davison starts a little bit earlier than most, I want to kind of wait and see. If I had my way, we would open up in the fall for face-to-face instruction, just like, we were before the shutdown. But I know that not everybody's going to feel comfortable with that. So I think we need to have some options. But I also want to make sure that the options that we offer are the options that our community wants. And so I don't want to make decisions without input from our parents on what they're willing or what would like to see happen. So I'm not proposing a plan at this point. I'm kind of taking a wait and see approach, and we're probably going to be sending out a survey or two in that regard as well, to find out what percentage of our parents would want their kids to come back to school full time for face-to-face instruction, who might be interested in an online format or a blended format in opposed to full face-to-face. So we want to be open and transparent. We want to get information from our parents about before we make decisions about what things may look like in the fall. So once again, congratulations to all of our seniors. We're very, very proud of you, and we're confident that you will be successful in your future endeavors. Everybody have a great holiday. Stay safe. Thank you, Davison.